Okay, so here we are for Facebook Live family-friendly answer to how to satisfy your wife over and over and over again, even with a lot of kids.
Right.
Because Kevin, how many kids do you have?
We have 7.
How old are those kids?
They range anywhere from 44 down to 27.
44.
And we have 21 grandchildren.
21 grandkids. How old are your grandkids?
Grandkids range from 2 until 26.
Wow. Crazy. So I would say that you, hands down, have how to satisfy your wife down to a science. Because you don't have that many kids unless your wife is real happy with you.
You have to support your wife.
You gotta support your wife.
You're not in competition with her. You married your best friend. Mm-hmm. So you support your wife. Mm-hmm. And you always think, okay, what if she wants to do something, you support her with it. You help her with it. Because when I want to do something, Diane will support and help me with it.
So what you're saying is when you are a supportive, good spouse to your spouse, they like that.
What comes around goes around.
What comes around goes around. And what you shared this a little bit the other day. What was you have? So you're here. You're doing the power hour, which means you're getting adjusted every 6 minutes, which we'll do in another minute. And when we talked about anxiety, you said you still have some lingering PTSD and some anxiety. And can you tell the good people in Facebook land what that trigger, that PTSD is, what that moment that burned in your nervous system that still is like hanging on?
We go back to COVID.
Yeah.
We were on telemed, and this is back in December 1st when all the COVID stuff was hitting. And
just beginning.
Yeah. And we were on telemed, and the doctor was talking to Diane. Mm-hmm. She was fine, and he says, blood oximeter, get one.
Yep.
If it falls below 80, take your wife to the hospital.
Yep.
This is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yep.
I call my son, who works at Boeing.
Yes.
On the way home, he picks up a blood oximeter and drops it off. I check her blood oxygen, and it's 45.
Not good. That's not good.
It was not good.
To let you know, like what the standard is for pulse oximetry is below 95 is actually where cell damage starts to occur. And so to be at 45, that's real bad.
Yeah.
Real bad.
Now, this part, I'll have to take the fifth.
Let's go face down. Let's gesture while we're talking.
I took her to the, put her in the car and took her to the ER. And I broke every speed law and every red light.
So you drove her to the hospital?
Yeah. I was faster in the ambulance.
Okay.
And when we got to the ER, I pulled up and got her inside. And you know something is odd happening when you're checking in and you say, oh, blood ox is 45. And then all of a sudden there's 5 people rushing out.
They have the blue light going too at that same moment. Did you notice, or were you kind of in a little bit of a shock state?
I was in a little bit of a shock state. And they immediately put a tube in there.
Wow.
To start breathing.
And of course, Diane's like the most pleasant, non-fussy person ever, right? So she's how she is during this whole time.
She doesn't remember any of it.
Doesn't remember any of it. Was she like chill, or was she like it's okay, guys, don't worry about this?
She was out of it.
She was out of it. She was like discombobulated a little bit.
Yeah, she didn't. She doesn't remember any of it.
There you go. Perfect. Boom. Come on up.
And so they find
I hit the neck with the activator, so you're good.
So we're there, and they found a spot for her in the COVID unit. Now, the COVID unit was at Providence at the time, and we were in Arlington.
Yeah.
And they did not know if she would survive the ambulance ride from Arlington Hospital to Providence.
Yeah, that's real low. 45 is like you're drowning in your fluid. Yeah.
And so you couldn't, at that time, you couldn't go into the hospital with anybody.
Yes. So now you couldn't even go in?
I couldn't go in.
Whoa.
So I followed the ambulance out to the interstate.
Wow.
They went left, I went right. And I didn't know if that was the last time I'd see Diane. And there's times, even now, that I will wake up in the middle of the night and where's Diane? And I have to reach over and make
Yes.
sure she's there.
Yes.
And there's even times when I'm just you're just going along your daily life, and
Right.
all of a sudden it's like, where's Diane?
Right.
I just need to know that she's there, because I keep
Right.
thinking, I want to make sure this isn't some crazy dream of mine thinking
Right.
she came back and
Yes.
she didn't.
And she didn't. Yeah. Because at that time, that was the narrative, right? This situation happens. Those people are dead. Because that was pretty early on. It's like, you get COVID, you die, right?
If you talk to her, she says it's really weird.
Yeah.
Well, when she went in, they said best case scenario, this on the 1st of December,
Yeah.
maybe by New Year's Eve, maybe she'll come out of ICU.
Wow.
But we don't think she's going to make it that long.
Wow.
And they said there is a experimental drug
Yeah.
trial going on.
Yeah.
Do you want to be part of it? So I called all the kids, and I talked to my brother-in-law, who's
Yeah.
a flight nurse for,
Right.
and we went through everything. It says, what do we have to lose? She's dying anyway.
Yeah.
And so we went through those drug trials,
Right.
and they decide on the 10th they're going to bring her out of the coma they
Right.
put her in.
Wow.
And I warned them, I go, as soon as you bring her out, she's going to do everything she can to get out of that hospital.
So they put her in a drug-induced coma at that
Yeah.
time. Okay.
Well, they had the tube down her throat,
Right.
so they put her in the coma.
Okay.
And sure enough, she woke up. And the first day, when they woke her up, they handed her or kind of threw the wand in there and says,
Right.
suck the stuff out of your
Right.
lungs.
Yes.
And so she would count, then she'd suck the stuff, and she did that all night because she wanted to see the grandkids
Right.
again.
That's what she told me. Yeah. Like her one memory that like made it until the sun started coming up.
And then when
they-
she got home, she didn't remember anything. She came into the house, and she didn't remember where anything was, and put her on the couch,
Right.
put blankets on her.
Yes.
What do you need? Got her everything she needed. And then she had occupational therapy, physical therapist came in and rebuilt her. And so
Yeah.
I got her back.
Yeah.
I got lucky.
Well, I think that God had a purpose for her for sure, and I think that that is evident based on her life now, right?
I think he's got a sense of humor, and he says, "Let Arlington, you just wait to see what I got in store for you."
Yeah. Because what does Diane do now? What does she
She's
do?
executive director of the Chamber of Commerce. She runs most all the events in Arlington.
Yeah.
She has her hands in,
Yeah.
and some of them she's in charge of.
Yeah.
And her and Sarah at the city, they work and Mandy at the city, they work
Sarah's
as a great
Yeah.
team.
Yeah. Well, Sarah's incredible too, because it's like if there's a strong leader, she's just like, "What do you need? How can I help you?" And so she's just partners with
Yeah.
strong leaders, and yeah, she gets the credit because she's just awesome. Yeah.
And she works with DABA, Downtown Business
Mm-hmm.
Association. She works with Rotary, and she works with all the different civics groups. And
So now I'm a little confused because this whole time, if you look on the internet, it says the way to be a good man is to keep your wife in her place at home. You're saying maybe there's a different strategy?
no, there's definitely a different strategy. If you try to keep your wife at home like that, you don't know what's going in the food.
But you can guess.
Yeah. Might be a little bit of iron shavings here and there, or
little
wood
little rat
shavings.
poison.
No, but you got married because you loved each other. You got married because you wanted to be together.
Yes.
You've wanted the best for each other.
Right.
You're a team. It's like the yin and yang. Both of you are one.
Right.
You're separate, you're different. Doesn't mean one's better than the other.
Right.
It's just you're part of the team.
Right.
And what's important is each member and part of that team be able to reach the full potential.
Yes.
Now, when she went back to get her second degree after I got hit by lightning, we didn't know
Should we talk about that story?
Do you have time?
When we got time. Until other people come in, we got to get off the internet.
Do we got time?
And then it looks like Vicky's on. Hi, Brittany. Hey, it's Brittany Glenn. You remember Brittany?
Yes, I do. Hi, Brittany.
Hey.
Yeah, 2015,
Yeah.
we're down in Vegas at the Speedway.
Yeah.
And down in the pits, there's a metal bridge that goes up and over the pits. And then they have a spot where you can look down into the garages and watch them work on the cars during the race. It's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's three of us that were up there on that bridge taking pictures. I'll back up a little bit before, about 30 minutes before then. Diane and I are up there on that bridge. I look at her hair and it's like this.
Oh,
There's a storm coming in,
Oh,
and
wow.
so I go, we're going undercover.
This is dangerous on this bridge.
Yeah. So we go down and undercover. This storm blows all the way across the valley. There. It's over on the west side. There's no clouds.
The storm
on
is
the east
past.
side. Yeah,
Okay, the
it's
storm
passed.
is metaphorically and literally past.
Yeah, it's all the way over there.
Yeah.
And so there's three of us up there on the bridge taking pictures. And Diane saw the lightning bolt come down, split three ways, and hit all three of us.
You and two other people.
Yeah, me and two
See,
other
how
people.
far away is she when she's looking at you? You're having your camera out there. You're doing your thing that you're passionate about. And the lightning just blasts you. How far
She
away?
couldn't
is
have
she?
been more than 30, 40 feet away because she was undercover.
Yeah. So you were out on the bridge again?
Yeah, I was out on the bridge.
You went back on the bridge.
Yeah, I was
Because there's
on-
no storm clouds anywhere.
No
like
storm
it's
clouds.
clear cloud. Where does this lightning come from?
In Vegas, they have something called dry lightning.
No clouds.
No clouds,
Lightning.
no nothing, and it's just a static buildup
Yeah.
in the valley there. And boom, it can just
Blast
out of the
you.
blue.
Yeah.
I didn't learn about that until a couple trips later
Good.
when we were out in Red Rock area.
Good thing to know. Good thing
Yeah.
to know.
Good thing. Wait, why didn't you tell me that?
Yeah. So
Um,
your initial response that you're like, hey, maybe we shouldn't be on this bridge. There was some wisdom to that.
Yeah, but eventually it's like, here, they're racing again. I'm going back
Going
out
back
there.
up to get your
I'm gonna
get
get my
your shot.
pictures. And so, all I remember is 4th of July fireworks hit me in the face.
No.
It hit me here.
Yeah.
I had a hat like you did.
Yeah.
I had a metal piece up here.
Yeah.
And that burned into my eye.
I remember
Into
you
the
had the
collar
smoke
part.
spot. Yeah, for a bit. Yeah.
And it went down the left side of my body.
Wow.
And it was like having a stroke. Now, after, of course, I have a concussion at this point, and I hear, we ready?
We got one more minute.
I start to go down.
Yeah.
I hear a voice in my head says, you go down, you're not getting back up.
Wow.
So I stumble undercover, and I'm sitting there on a bench, and I'm going like this, trying to clear the cobwebs.
Yeah.
Definite concussion.
Yeah.
My heart was in AFib. I couldn't make my body get up and
Were
walk
you
down to
in
the ACE.
Shock?
I don't know.
Get
Possible.
it. Get it.
Yeah, I was electrifying. And I couldn't make my body get up and walk to the aid station.
Okay, so
And I'm
electricity,
going like
high
this.
voltage electricity going through your electrical system, not good.
No, it's short
Short
circuit.
circuit, you good.
Yeah.
Overloaded you.
Yeah. And people are asking me, want to call the ambulance. And I'm trying to clear the cobwebs, so I'm going like this.
You don't know what happened at this point. You're just like,
No, I'm
what's
not
going
sure
on?
what
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
And Diane's over here, and I just know she's there.
right.
And after about 5 minutes, it's like a light switch went boop, and boom, boom, boom.
System
Heart
reboot.
came back
Wow.
into rhythm.
Yeah.
Everything boom, boom. And they're all trying to talk me into going
Right.
to the ER.
Yes.
And I says, no, there's free cheeseburgers down
Yeah,
there.
I'm getting this cheeseburgers. So first thought as I'm getting myself a cheeseburger.
They were tasted burnt.
So now the question is, were they burnt or was that your taste buds that were just charred?
I think a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so you eat your cheeseburger and then it wasn't satisfying. It sounds like.
No, then the funny thing is Diane lets me get in the car and drive.
So then Diane's like, okay, let's go, and you're put behind the wheel. She watched you get struck by lightning, and then she's like, yeah, obviously my husband's superpower.
Well, my speech was slurred at that point because it
Okay.
was like having a stroke. So,
But you guys are Mormon. You don't drink, right?
no.
So it's not like she's like, oh, Kevin can drive when he's drunk, so he's fine. She's like literally like, all right, let's go.
I think she was in shock too.
Yeah, can you even imagine like how much that would be just absolutely terrifying? Because in the moment when you see the lightning come down, I don't think there's any thought you could have other than, yeah, they're definitely dead now. Because that's what happens. You get struck by lightning, you die.
Well, I think if that bolt hadn't split
Yeah.
3 ways, then I might not be here.
Yeah,
Or there would be some serious body damage.
yeah,
Because as it was, when it went through this side here, I could be walking and then all of a sudden the left side would just stop.
yes.
And it's like,
Get
"Come
your
on,
leg
leg,
going. Yeah,
we're walking here.
yeah.
And I get home and I go to the doctor and they said, well, there was nothing you could do after everything came back online.
Right.
I was wearing some really thick grandpa sandals,
Yeah.
thick rubber ones.
Yes.
And so that helped insulate me. There was a little pinhole that came out
No way.
the back of them there.
Wow.
And the doctor sent me down to University of Washington. And I met with the head of the neurology department at
Yes.
University of Washington.
Yep.
And you know, something's up when your 20-minute appointment ends up being 2.5 hours.
Yeah. I bet they're so fascinated by you.
Yes, they
Yeah.
were. They brought in all the graduate students, residents. They hear something you're not going to see very often,
Yes.
if ever.
Yeah.
And they ran all kinds of tests. And
Well, so what do you know? Like, were they like, hey, this is something you're not going to see very often? Were they referring to the lightning strike, or were they referring to the fact that you have been able to successfully stay married with 7 kids without developing a drinking problem?
they didn't know about that.
Are you sure? Because I mean, like, maybe you were confused at that point. And they're like, you're not going to meet anyone like this before, and they're just like taking notes of how to succeed in life.
No, that would be the lightning.
Okay.
And they just didn't. He told me, he says, 2 years, we're going to have you do puzzles. We want you to start running again because
Yeah.
I've always played basketball and
Right,
stuff.
right.
And so 2 years, and what you get is what you get.
Okay. That's your expected improvement. Hi, April. Is 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
Okay.
But I've exceeded that
Yeah.
because I'm still getting a little bit back as my brain is going through and it's rewiring
Yeah.
itself into different spots.
So, and that kind of leads us into like when you started with getting adjusted again, right? And it's like your main goal was like, I want to get back into running. I've kind of plateaued. So what improvement have you seen since starting? Gosh, would you start Friday? What day
Oh,
was it?
Friday. No, we started last Monday.
Started last Monday. So
So a week ago Monday.
week
So
ago
we
Monday.
are 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, Tuesday now.
This is day 8.
Yeah.
And what I've noticed is looseness in my hips. My stride is smoother.
Yeah.
Just when I'm walking.
Yes.
I've got better movement here. I've got
Yeah.
better movement going like this.
Wow.
And I'm not so tight up here.
Yeah.
There's still some things right in here that bother me.
Yeah,
But,
for sure.
you know, some of that's having on the steering wheel. Oh, the other thing I forgot about.
Oh, what's that?
Driving right after. I couldn't drive at night at all.
Huh? How come?
Oncoming lights would hit here, and
Yeah.
it'd be like a knife going into my eye.
It hurt.
Very
Really?
extreme pain.
Whoa.
And all the different cars coming around, it was
Yeah.
too much information coming in. So the only way I could drive was get in back of somebody and stare at their license
Okay.
plate.
Yeah.
If I would have remembered all the license plate numbers, and there might be in here somewhere.
Right. It may be. Yeah. Wow.
So I think I'm fortunate for how far I've recovered.
Yeah.
And
Come on, April. Come on over here. Get your sweet body on the table. Yeah, it's really important. They can't hear you because you have the mic on. Yeah. April, we're gonna go ahead and lay down, April. April's here, everybody. She has her own podcast, so she's fancy. Okay, and then we're gonna wrap this up with Kev. And because here's one of the points that I wanted to bring up with this Facebook Live, because you are an exceptional man. I don't know if you know this about Kevin. He has 7 kids, 21 grandkids. His wife is the president or the manager of the
executive director
of the chamber. She's built, from a dying organization to a thriving like ecosystem within the community of Arlington now. And Kevin is a good example of like the nicest human being that has every reason to not be nice, right?
Can you tell that to my kids?
I'm recording it. You can just go play this stuff.
okay.
Yeah. Well, you got to keep the fear in them. Yeah. They just don't know any different, right?
Yeah.
Like, we talk about April and my parents, and then they can get a unique perspective. But and the reason why I wanted to bring up you getting struck by lightning, and also your experience with Diane almost dying from COVID, is because every time I perform an adjustment, it activates the healing centers within the brain, right? And you express that's the one thing that really still gives you anxiety in that moment of, oh my God, my wife is she alive, right? And so really, in essence, what we just did, and we'll track this as time goes on, is as you were talking about the story of something, it allowed your brain to then heal as it relived the moment. I could even see the tears in your eyes as you think about this experience, and that was the goal of it. And that's really
Okay.
The thing we talked about the other day, you're like, how come no other chiropractor is as good as I am? And the only difference is what the interaction is while you create neuroplasticity. So we perform an adjustment, it creates rapid changes within the brain, and then what we talk about becomes healing, right? And we don't ever notice, we don't ever talk about just nonsense, right? It's always something that is directly related to each and every person. And that's where people come in here and then they make friends with each other, even though they're completely different. Because in essence, and you guys are a great example of like, what doesn't kill you
Makes you better.
stronger. Oh, better. Okay, Brittany, tell D hi for me. Kev, tell which D is she talking about? She says, Kev, tell D hi for me.
Diane.
Oh, Diane. Okay, okay. And then Vicky, good to see you. Okay. Any last thoughts? Words of wisdom for those young men out there trying to make their wives happy.
So try to make your wife happy. Think about her instead of yourself.
Oh. Okay, that's a good note.